Today's topic, what else is possible? Hi, I'm Doug Holt, author of Your Own Story, and this is your Daily Growth Hack, where each day we give you a tip, trick, or insight to help you up-level what we call the 5 to Thrive. That is your mind, your body, your soul, your relationships, and your business. I just got back from the gym, and I had a conversation actually with a young entrepreneur. And what they said to me was, they asked me a question. They said, hey, look, I'm either thinking about traveling or thinking about growing my business. What do you think I should do? And the first thing I thought of is, why are you living in the world of or? There's an and here too, right? And it reminded me of something my wife says to me often, but says it to a lot of people, and she does it very effectively. And the question she just turns around and asks us and says, what else is possible? You know, when we're scheduling our lives, running multiple businesses, having a newborn, things can get hectic, as every parent knows. And now, with the author of Your Own Story lifestyle that we live, we also do a lot of traveling. And so with that becomes certain times when I'm scheduling a meeting. Maybe I have a meeting for one of my agencies, or maybe I'm doing an interview, or I'm being on a podcast. Something comes up. And so I've booked my time, let's say from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. for these particular meetings. And so I need to be in a quieter environment. And then maybe my wife has also got a coaching client, or maybe she needs help around the house or help with our son, something along those lines. So it's easy for me to say, no, I'm busy during these times. I can't do this. I can't take our son. I can't do that. Now she very eloquently says, okay, what else is possible? This opens up a river of possibilities, right? We can bring in a friend who's a nanny, right? I can actually take my son and turn that interview that I was going to do into an interview with my son, which is even more special to me. What else is possible? Maybe I could reschedule, or maybe she could reschedule. There's a lot of other options is what I'm getting at. What else is possible is a simple question that you can ask yourself or anybody else when they give you a black and white answer, a or statement. Is it a yes or a no? It almost always, can be an and. So simply asking what else is possible to yourself or to somebody else is a great technique that you can utilize to push yourself a little further, but also open up different perspectives. I use this in sales, right? I don't say what else is possible, but I use this terminology or this framework to frame a sales conversation as well in business. And you can use this in all areas of your life. So what I'm going to ask you to do is grab your 5 to Thrive, write out your mind, body, soul, relationships, and your business, and ask yourself, where am I living in the world of or, and what else is possible? And I think you're going to find that if you take 5 minutes, maybe even 20 minutes is what I'd really like you to do, and really sit down with this list and ask yourself. Now, I don't care if you're a billionaire, if you run multiple, multinational corporations, you're a stay-at-home mom, or you're a student, whatever it is, this system really works, right? So all you have to do is question yourself. Come up with your list and ask yourself those questions, right? Where am I living in the world of or, and what else is possible? That's it from me today. As always, go to authorofyourownstory.com where you can get the latest tips, tricks, and techniques delivered right to your inbox each and every day. And as always, go out, inspire somebody else by simply being the author of your own story. It's so rare out there, and I want you to have it all. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed today's Daily Growth Hacks. Please put your comments right down below, and remember to click subscribe. This way we can ensure that we're delivering these daily growth hacks right to you each and every day. On behalf of the whole team here, remember, go out and be the author of your own story.